Hello and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. We're glad to have you join us. I am Lydia Odijochi. You can follow this news live on our website nta.ng/live and other social media handles displayed on your screen. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed pride in the successful completion of several key projects commissioned in Kogi State. Speaking in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital, during the inauguration of the projects, the president reasserted that the APC under his leadership has and will always fulfill its promises to Nigerians.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to be here today to commission several projects executed by the administration of His Excellency, the Governor Yahaya Bello. We are an administration that pride ourselves in the fulfillment of our electoral promises to the Nigerian people at both national and sub-national levels. This is why I am glad that we have an impressive array of legacy projects through your own state government and proof of our stewardship of Kogi State.
He also commended Governor Yahaya Bello for promoting peace and security in the state, adding that his administration has set in motion mechanisms to enable the long-dormant Ajaokuta Steel Company to, in the near future, commence operations.
About activating its potential as the center of Nigeria's solid minerals, especially iron and steel. No other single project holds the key to unlocking this vast potential as much as the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, which we inherited as a long moribund complex, strangulating under a tangle of local and international commercial disputes. I'm glad to report that we begin to round off in office. We can genuinely say that our administration has rescued Ajaokuta from all legal disabilities, and it is now ready for concessioning to a private investor with the right profiles to put it to work for Nigeria in general and Kogi State in particular.
Meanwhile, at least 3 persons are feared dead following a bomb blast that occurred this morning close to the Ohinoyi's Palace in Okene, Kogi State. The incident occurred a few hours before President Buhari's arrival in Okene for the inauguration of some of Governor Yahaya Bello's legacy projects sited in the area. Police operatives from the anti-bomb unit are at the scene of the incident, which has been cordoned off. Details of the explosion are still sketchy, with an actual number of casualties yet to be confirmed. However, President Buhari is carrying on with the inauguration of projects in the state. Imo State Police Command has paraded the operational commander and chief trainer of the IPOB and Eastern Security Network members, Chinedu Ngogu, popularly known as Onye Army. The command's police public relations officer, Michael Abatam, says the suspect, who was a Lance Corporal Army deserter, has confessed to killing many prominent Nigerians, including late APC chieftain Ahmed Gulak. Kingsley Ononiwu reports.
Parading the 34-year-old IPOB and ESN operational commander Chinwendu Nwagu before newsmen at the Imo State Police Command headquarters, Owerri, the command spokesperson Michael Abatam says the suspect, who hailed from Amohoro Nguru in Abombise local government area of the state, was captured during the burial ceremony of his late father on 23rd December 2022.
The Imo State Police Command under the watch of the Commissioner of Police, CP Mohammed Ahmed Bade PSC Daga, was able to arrest one of the most notorious and vicious IPOP ESN operational commander and chief trainer, and luck ran against him when he came to his village.
The ex-lance corporal has been on the command's wanted list for leading many attacks on critical government facilities, including INEC offices, as well as the killing of many innocent Nigerians, among whom was the late APC chieftain Ahmed Gulak.
He personally confessed to have trained over 100 members spread in the eastern zone. He further confessed to have participated and led various killings of security personnel, attacks on INEC office, burning of police stations, murder of innocent people, armed robbery, kidnapping, terrorism. And of course, he narrated how his high authority directed him to go and kill Ahmed Gulak.
The suspect confessed to the crime and also revealed their sponsors, which includes one of the prominent traditional rulers in the state. Items recovered from him include pump-action guns, rocket launchers, grenades, live bullets, different security uniforms, charms, Biafran currencies, among other dangerous weapons. In Owerri, Ken Silonaniwu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the murder of Barrister Bolanle Rahim will be thoroughly investigated, while the Attorney General of Lagos State is ready to take over the case file for diligent prosecution. Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba stated this when the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, visited him in his office in Abuja. Francis Form was there.
This visit by the Lagos State Governor and his delegation to the Louis Edet House is to get an update on the police investigation on the killing of Bolanle Rahim and to also brief the IGP on security situation in Lagos State.
Essentially is really to continue to work with the police, the things that we can do, around providing some additional equipment that they can use, things around body cameras that can enhance and improve, public, and police communication. What are the roles of engagement, who needs to do what, so that we can have a better, community, and we can have a better community policing, and we can have a better citizens police engagement.
The IGP regretted the sad incidents that led to the death of Barrister Bolanle and said the policemen involved were on stop and search duty, which is one of the ways of tackling crime and criminality. But the police officers who are involved in this kind of operations are properly briefed on when to use firearms. This, he said, the police investigation will focus on what led to the incidents.
I assure you there is not going to be any hanky-panky on the issue. We are also saddened by this incident. I want to again extend my condolence to the family of the late Barrister Bolanle Rahim, the husband and all members of the public, and I also wish to extend my condolence to the government and people of Lagos State and Nigeria at large, that will continue to improve on how our officers will engage in the use of fire.
The IGP appealed to Nigerians to arm the police and report any unprofessional conduct to the appropriate quarter for necessary action. Francis Form, NTA News.
For more reports, let's now join Hingino in Lagos. Hello, Hingino.
Hello, Lydia, and thanks for joining us in Lagos. The Nigeria Police Force is not only strengthening its capacity to curtail evolving security lapses, but upgrading intellectual capability of officers to make societal impact without compromising safety of the citizenry. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, gave the assurance in his message to the passing out parade of the 2021 batch of police constables. Michael Alale reports.
Global Index on Policing shows that Nigeria rates as one of the countries with lowest percentage of police to citizens ratio. And with increase in security challenges, the federal government has since taken a stand of the mandatory recruitment of 10,000 constables for a period of 3 years. These 742 recruits are part of such deliberate restructuring, and this ceremony signifies their transition into mainstream professional policing duties.
All the graduating recruit constables will be deployed to complement officers on the forthcoming election security duties and in the attainment of our community policing goals. The recruits will all be posted back to their various local government areas.
Beyond the display are questions revolving around intellectual competency, especially in the area of arm handling in the face of provocation. And this, the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of Force Criminal Investigations Department said has been adequately taken care of, while providing an update on the alleged killing of a Lagos lawyer, Bolanle Rahim, by a police officer attached to Ajiwe area of Aja.
The officer is facing the music, and surely, within the shortest time possible, he will be prosecuted accordingly.
Others present said the recruitment and passing out parade of the constables is the right step in the right direction.
It's going to increase the feasibility of policing in the field. It's going to, that feasibility now will deter criminals.
The passing out parade took place in 4 premier colleges and 12 police training schools across the country. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
Nigeria is not just determined to strengthen its dominance as a vital maritime hub in Africa, but equally consolidating on initiatives that could jerk up the contribution of the sector to the nation's GDP, leveraging on vast opportunities on showcase come 2023. In this report, Michael Olale examines the prospect of job creation on offer once the Lekki Deep Sea Port becomes operational and benefits the new cabotage regime will offer into the country.
This is the new phase of port infrastructure in Nigeria, opening the vista for endless possibilities. Beyond Lekki Deep Sea Ports promising digitization of processes, berthing of large vessels, and reducing cargo turnaround time, the most cheering news for key players in the maritime sector is changing the tide in the last few years, in which most consignments are diverted to neighboring countries. Key players say this will translate into foreign direct investment while propelling active socio-economic activities within the industry.
More than 170,000 direct and indirect jobs will be created, and approximately $361 billion of revenue generated, of which over $200 billion will accrue to both Lagos State and the federal government.
It's going to facilitate trade, and when the trade is facilitated, the revenue that will be coming through trade facilitation will increase.
While this development has stimulated the proliferation of deep sea ports across the country, it has presented a viable template upon which old ports will be upgraded and managed.
We will not, of course, go lower than this. So we have a couple of proposals for Badagry Deep Seaport, which was signed by FEC, and then there are proponents for Ibom Deep Seaport. There's also Bonny Deep Seaport. NPA and of course Nigeria will accept nothing less than this. The automation deployed here is fantastic. It's quite commendable. The processes will be almost free of human interference.
Another area of transformation in the maritime sector likely to shape economic growth in 2023 is eventual approval for the disbursement of the Cabotage Vessel Financing Fund, CVFF. It is a $350 million intervention targeted at boosting the presence and capacity of Nigerians in the shipping business.
The applicant for the fund will make an equity contribution of 15%. NIMASA will contribute 35%. The balance of 50% will be provided by the bank.
Today, if you have a brand new vessel, you are going to pay a zero duty. So if the vessel is up to 1 or 2 years, then you will have to pay maybe 0.5%.
Apart from breaking a 17-year jinx, this effort will definitely increase the number of vessels flying the Nigerian flag, which will positively impact on job creation along various value chains in the shipping business.
And we can even go into partnership with foreign companies so that we can begin to build the vessels in Nigeria. So that hard-earned $350 million is not going to go foreign again.
Key players say if 2021 was the year of strengthening security presence for maritime activities to thrive, then 2022 is the season of policy and infrastructural consolidation, which will definitely result in massive gains in 2023. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
You're still watching Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen for updates. The news continues with Salamatu in Kaduna after this break.
Nigeria, African beauty on the Gulf of Guinea, blessed with natural landmarks and wildlife reserves. Nigeria, largest economy in Africa. Nigeria, famous accomplishment in entertainment and sports. Nigeria, resourced with globally respected human capital. Our uniqueness lies in our tenacity, our acumen, a testament of success. At NTA, we are forever proud to be the showcase channel of this positive energy and the reflection of the good in our nation. The capacity to tell our nation's story would not have been possible without the support and patronage of the three arms of government: ministries, departments, agencies, corporate bodies, advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups, political parties, and of course you, our esteemed viewers. As we wish you Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, let's get set to make 2023 even greater together.
People they say, the people they shout, we want all our country people they talk with one voice. Them say that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them want as president of Nigeria for this president election.
Asiwaju Bola Tinubu na the man where we all know and see all the good work in they do for we country, especially when him be governor of Lagos State.
Now him God use turn Lagos to the best state for Nigeria.
Today, many people all over Nigeria they like to go Lagos, go settle down for business and better life.
All because of the good work when Bola Tinubu do.
People of Nigeria, as Asiwaju do for Lagos, now so him ready to do am for the whole country.
Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for president of Nigeria. Vote Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party we get broom.
This is the
to inform the general public that David Umahi Federal University Teaching Hospital, Uburu, is organizing a breast and cervical cancer screening program. The exercise will feature consultations, mammogram and USS, cervical examination, fine needle aspiration and pathology services, pap smears, female cervix examination, breast examination, etc. The screening is scheduled to commence from 1st November to 31st December 2022. Avail yourself of this golden opportunity and get tested at the hospital complex, Uburu. For inquiries, support and sponsorship, kindly contact the Office of Acting Chief Medical Director, David Umahi Federal University Teaching Hospital, Uburu, Ebonyi State. Be part of efforts to stem the breast cancer scourge in our society. Signed, Management.
Sees that the Buhari-led administration has made remarkable progress,
like Lafia Transmission Station nearing completion.
Africa does not need charity, but partnerships that will promote the adequate investment
with the cooperation of all.
Sharing firsthand the experiences of reporters on the field as they bring to you weekly the beauty of Nigeria's diverse culture and the economic potentials therein. The Correspondent, development through the eye of the grassroots, showing every Monday at 1:30 p.m. on the network service of the NTA, with a repeat broadcast on NTA News 24 and NTA International. Join us.
Good evening and welcome to Kaduna on Nationwide. Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, has re-emphasized the need for communities in Kaduna State to pay more than casual attention in schools in their localities and participate actively in the ongoing efforts to reposition education sector by contributing in the provision of infrastructure, teaching materials, and encourage enrollment. The Emir said no community will develop with low literacy, hence the need for according priority to education, especially among children and youth. Suleiman Regachukun reports that Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali was speaking at the 100 years anniversary of Makarfi LEA Primary School.
The primary school, established 100 years ago with 14 students, is among the oldest primary schools in Zazzau Emirate. It has produced a number of notable figures who serve this country in various fields of endeavor. The Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, while going down memory lane, said those who held sway in both politics and academia from Makarfi local government area are product of the school. Former Governor of Kaduna State, Senator Ahmed Muhammad Makarfi, said this is a payback time to sons and daughters of Makarfi who passed through the school and became something in the country. He, however, pledged to continue to galvanize support from all students and well-meaning individuals in developing education in the area.
Will now set up an endowment fund for the maintenance of the school and complementing what government is doing. I will do our best to be continuing the school, whereby all students will be given their own contribution.
The next action that we plan to do is to sustain the tempo and make sure that the school progresses.
Other speakers stressed the need for closer collaboration between the community and the state government for the benefit of present and future generations. Suleiman Regachukun, NTA News.
And from Zazzau Emirate, we move to Kano, where the Tiga hydroelectricity project will be inaugurated before the end of January 2023. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje disclosed this during an inspection visit to the site of the completed project. Abdullahi Mustafa has the details.
The pharmaceutical section of the Kano Economic City is a coordinated wholesale center designed to checkmate the activities of drug dealers in the state. Already, more than 700 shops and warehouses have been completed and equipped in the first phase of the project.
We have provided all the services here. The security agents, there's a police station, there's office for DSS, there's office for civil defense, and also the regulatory organizations, they have their offices here.
arrangements and preparations made so far, Registrar, Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, Ibrahim Babashew noted, are enough and up to standards.
When we are here to commission, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will give his full weight in everything that will happen here for good.
From February 2023, when the Coordinated Wholesale Center becomes operational, no one will be allowed to operate any sales outlet outside the facility, as the measure will prevent fake and counterfeit drugs from circulating in and around Kano. Abdullah Mustafa, NTA News.
We apologize for that mix-up. Is actually the story of Pharmaceutical Council of Kano, and we now rejoin Lydia in Abuja for more news.
Thank you, Salamatu. Year 2022 has been a decisive period in the life of the 9th National Assembly. The complexities of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and its eventual passage remains the high point of its 2022 legislative interventions. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Onkwo in this report takes us through the legislative activities in the Senate in 2022.
On the 18th of January, when the Senate reconvened for 2022 session to December 2022, it has been a bill production chamber. The first major legislative intervention for 2022 came on the 19th of January, when the Senate reconsidered and passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2020, which rescinded its earlier decision and now gave political parties right to decide its mode of primaries in what would be a historic reformation of Nigeria's electoral system. The House of Representatives had rejected consensus, but on the 25th of January 2022, both chambers harmonized and adopted direct, indirect, and consensus.
This is one of our major pillars and planks in our legislative agenda when we started in 2019.
The Supreme Court ruling that struck out the suit filed by the federal government challenging Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act 2022, which banned political appointees from voting at the primaries of political parties, did not strain the existing legislative-executive relationship. On the 23rd of February, Senate received report of its committee on the fifth alteration to the 1999 Constitution. 1st of March 2022, it voted and passed 44 of the bills, which included local government financial and administrative autonomy, but rejected the 3 women emancipation bills, which resulted in the blockade of the National Assembly gate by some Nigerian women.
This democracy, there are some clauses that I would have wished that they passed through, like that of the extra seat for women.
It's a great disappointment. We kind of saw it coming because we knew the men didn't quite believe in these bills.
Senate passed more than 10 bills in 2022, including anti-corruption bills, the 2022 supplementary budget, the 2023 Appropriation Bill and the Finance Bill 2022. Parliamentary intervention in the economic sector focused on curbing revenue leakages, especially fuel theft. This prompted a meeting involving leadership of the Senate and heads of all paramilitary agencies on the 25th of January, with heads of revenue-generating agencies and also engaged heads of security agencies.
There has never been an administration that invested so much resources in the security of this country like this present administration.
Senate confirmed more than 25 presidential appointees, including that of Justice Olukayode Ariwola as Chief Justice of Nigeria, 7 ministerial nominees, chairman and board members of the Niger Delta Development Commission. 27th of July 2022, the day Senate embarked on its annual recess, members of the opposition threatened to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari if the security situation in the country does not improve, but all that fizzled out before their resumption. On the 27th of July 2022, Senator Ibrahim Gobir replaced Senator Yahaya Abdullahi as the majority leader of the Senate, following Yahaya's defection to the PDP, while Senator Enyinaya Baribe defected to ABGA, and Senator Philip Aduda took over as minority leader. 2 members left the Senate, Senators Abdullahi Adamu and Abubakar Kyari, who became the national chairman of APC and deputy national chairman North. With 6 months still left to wind up, the 9th Senate believes it has accomplished its legislative agenda. As of December 2022, Senate is made up of 63 APC senators, PDP 39, NNPP 3, ABGA 1, YPP 2, and Labour Party 1. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
There is a particular sector of the economy that has an intriguing story to be told from generation to generation. But who knows what the content of this story will be, and which sector are we talking about? I know the voice behind the story will let the cat out of the bag as to the sector and the correspondent.
It is a sector with long history. The Nigerian railway sector, which dates back hundreds of years. For more than 100 years, the British government completed Nigeria's first rail line in 1898. Within this period, train services were active, and the annual movement of passengers was about 11 million in 1963. Sadly, in the 70s, these services began to decline due to mismanagement and neglect, so the number of passengers dropped to 1 million in 2009. Several unsuccessful attempts were made to revive the rail line, but in 2015 the story changed.
The railway system plays a critical role in any country's socio-economic development. And when this administration came on board, developing Nigeria's railway system took center stage. And since then, they never look back. In 7 years, 4 major rail projects have been completed and inaugurated. The Abuja-Kaduna, the Lagos to Ibadan, the Itakpe-Warri, and not forgetting the Abuja Light Rail.
Since commercial operations started in 2016, the 187-kilometer Abuja to Kaduna standard gauge rail line with 10 stations has moved not less than 15 million passengers from Abuja to Kaduna and back.
The thing that we are seeing abroad, it is now here together with us in Nigeria. So seriously, the government is trying.
In 2018, the Abuja Light Rail connecting the city center to Idu Station and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport came into operations.
Construction for the Itakpe-Warri railway line started in 1987 and it was abandoned for more than 30 years. But in 2020, it was completed and inaugurated.
We, where they travel, it will be very convenient for us. With this experience, in fact, I am very happy.
With the 326 rail line with 12 modern stations in operations, connecting the northern and southern region of the country was made easy as hundreds of goods and passengers are moved daily.
The freight movement on the standard gauge is Itakpe-Warri that has come up. We are moving the pipes for the AKK project, and another company has come up to move cassava.
Most Nigerians think that railway is for passenger transportation. No, it's movement of cargoes to create and grow the economy. It is basically to move goods and services, the ones you want to export as a result of production, or the ones you're bringing in as a result of importation.
In 2021, then came the 312-kilometer 11 stations Lagos to Ibadan standard gauge double-tracked rail line connecting the states of Lagos, Ogun and Oyo states. This rail line improved the style of traveling. The Mobolaji Johnson station in Lagos State is one of the biggest in West Africa, with about 7,000 seating capacity.
This is what you call money well used, judiciously utilized. Because anybody will feel proud, high and mighty, low and lowly, would want to come to a beautiful place like this. It's just like an international airport.
Besides the movement of passengers and goods, these huge projects have generated revenue, created jobs, and opened up communities along the corridors. Federal government is still on with more projects across the country. Construction work is on at the Kano to Kaduna and the Port Harcourt to Maiduguri rail lines.
This particular project is supposed to be financed through a foreign loan up to the tune of 85%, while Nigeria is to support it with 15%. All the work you are seeing here now is from the contribution by the Nigerian government.
The story of Nigerian rail sector cannot be told without mention of the sabotage to derail federal government's efforts at reviving the industry. The attacks and kidnapping incidents at the Abuja to Kaduna train affected lives, train movements and revenue generation. Although with government intervention, all kidnapped victims were released, train movement has commenced and tight security put in place to prevent future reoccurrence. Oyinaya Kalu Oka, NTA News.
Of course, we cannot mistake Oyinaya Kalu Oka's voice. Let's now go to Ibadan, where Kemi is standing by with more stories. Hello, Kemi.
Lydia, and welcome to Ibadan. In preparation for 2023 general elections, there has been a high turnout of residents in Ibadan at different local governments for the collection of their permanent voter cards. Correspondent Ifeoluwa Moshule reports.
Barely 3 months to the 2023 general elections, collection of permanent voter cards has commenced in the metropolis as residents of Ibadan reiterated that the process of the collection is not tedious.
I should think in the next 10 minutes I should be able to collect my own, judging from the way they are moving in and out. Something has been submitted.
It was very easy. I just came now and I collected it now.
So I would like to encourage other Nigerians to come over here and pick up their PVC.
The collection of permanent voter cards, which requires submission of the temporary voter card, will last till the 22nd of January 2023.
Commission has even included Saturdays and Sundays for the collection to give the workers opportunity to be able to collect their PVCs and those that are going to the farm every day. From the 6th of January till the 15th of January, we will be devolving the collection to the registration area.
Residents of Ibadan are optimistic of a free and fair election in 2023. In Ibadan, Ifeoluwa Moshule, NTA News.
Most filling stations in Ilorin metropolis are still selling premium motor spirit, PMS, above regulated pump price, leading to long queues at the few selling at regulated pump price. Raliat Ibrahim roved the metropolis and brings the situation report.
Most major marketers are not dispensing petrol, while the few selling have long queues. People like Isiaka Bello do not enjoy queuing for hours before getting fuel, but think paying 250 naira and above for a litre of petrol is rather expensive.
The fuel issue has become a big challenge to many Nigerians. As you can see, there are other fuel stations that sells, but at a very high price. People don't go there. It's not as if there are no fuels, but the cash is the problem.
Major marketers such as NNPC are also not always dispensing the product, thereby forcing vehicle owners to resort to purchasing from filling stations that sell at a higher price.
I've been here past an hour like this, and we are yet to be called inside for the fuel. So if the government can please, I'm urging them, can please find solution to this for us.
I just bought fuel now at black market, 260. While other people are selling 270, other people are selling 240. But for us to now queue here, they will sell for like 30 minutes, they will tell that no more fuel. It's wrong. It's wrong. If people should help us talk to the government, they should do something. We have been shopping from this fuel scarcity since October.
The persisting fuel situation is worrisome, as all hope it will be addressed soon enough so Nigerians can usher in the new year without adding the extra expenses and stress of getting fuel. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. More reports after the break with Abubakar Meduguri.
As we close a successful year 2022 and prepare for the start of a better year 2023, the Nigeria Television Authority, NTA, wishes to appreciate and share the love with all who gave us a year to remember for good. The three arms of government, ministries, departments and agencies, corporate bodies and advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups and political parties. Most importantly, you, our esteemed viewer, we say thank you. Together, we made 2022 great. Let's make 2023 greater. Once again, we say thank you. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from all of us at the NTA. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Nigeria, we country, everything na the party, now one man be a Nigeria, we country, everything na the party, now one man be a
the president we need? Who be the president we go for?
People of Nigeria don't talk, oh. Them say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them want as president of Nigeria.
Our country people get many reasons we make them all agree say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them choose for this president election.
Yes, so Bola Tinubu na man wey sabi anything wey him put in hand, he dey work wella.
He do better work for Lagos State when he be governor. Till today, Lagos people still they enjoy from all the better things wey Jaburata for Lagos. People of Nigeria, e good to make we vote for who sabi.
As they come be so, make we all come out for election day and vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria.
Vote Senator Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party with the broom.
Who be the president we go for?
They swore an oath to serve our fatherland and defend the people. They traded their freedom, comfortable homes and mortgaged their lives on the battleground for our unity and peaceful living. These are the great, fearless, loyal and committed Nigerian armed forces who risked their lives courageously to safeguard our borders. But in the line of duty, many never returned. Nigerians, arise, let's celebrate our fallen heroes. Put on the remembrance emblem with pride to support the incapacitated and families of our fallen heroes.
The occasion gives cause for reflection and reminds us of the sacrifice made by our armed forces in preserving the unity of the country.
All ministries, parastatals, religious and corporate bodies to donate generously to the Emblem Appeal Launch. Send your donations to this account. Account name, Emblem Appeal Launch. Account number 393-200-7526. EcoBank Nigeria PLC.
Glad to know that you are still part of Nationwide, and this is Maiduguri Network Center. Let's begin with issues concerning politics. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has sworn in local government transition committee chairman for the 27 local government areas, with a call on them to ensure inclusive governance and prudent management of scarce resources. The occasion took place at the International Conference Center of Musa Usman Secretariat, Maiduguri. Mohammed Goni completes the story.
Office and allegiance were administered on the local government transition committee chairman in 3 batches by the state chief judge, Justice Kashim Zanna, at a ceremony presided over by the Borno State Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafur. Deputy Governor Umar Usman Kadafur, who stood in for Professor Zulum, congratulated the appointees, saying their selection was based on individual merits, urging them to live up to expectations and further use the opportunity to appreciate the immediate past executive chairman for their effort at improving the laws of the citizenry during their stewardship. He also thanked the State Assembly for the timely confirmation of the appointees, attributing it to cordial working relationship between the executive and the legislature, and charged the appointees to work with the state government to improve the basic education subsector. The governor also enjoined them to embark on awareness campaign to sensitize the citizenry on the need to collect their PVCs and work for the successes of the ruling party in the state in the forthcoming general elections. Commissioner for Local Government and Emirate Affairs Sunmai Mele highlighted the strides made by Professor Zulum and urged the chairman to consolidate on the gains recorded by the present administration. He also advised the Local Government Transition Committee chairman to complement efforts of the state government in humanitarian support to the returning IDPs and ensure inclusive governance at the grassroots. Maiduguri Metropolitan Transition Committee Chairman Aliu Mara Bolori, on behalf of his colleagues, thanked the state government for finding them worthy for the appointment and pledged to live up to expectations. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
Away from that, to look at health matters now. In its continuous effort to strengthen maternal and neonatal health, Borno State Primary Health Care Development Agency, in collaboration with United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, and other developmental partners, have launched a 5-day maternal, newborn, and child health week. The Maternal and Neonatal Health Week offers free health care delivery to mothers and children under the age of 5. Zainab Adam will now bring us more details.
Flagging up the second round of the biannual Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week, Commissioner of Health, Professor Arab Alhaji Mohammed, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Aminu Mohammed Guluzi, said the health services will reduce the indices of maternal mortality.
All health institutions are expected to collect these drugs for distribution to the mothers and children. Secondly, to increase access to services, every ward and communities have been provided with healthcare facilities.
Executive Director of Borno State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Lawi Autemishelia, said the treatment is available in every primary healthcare, hence urged parents and caregivers to avail themselves and children for the treatment.
We sincerely appreciate His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum. I can assure you that he had paid all our counterparts.
Representative of UNICEF and other non-governmental organizations said they will continue to partner with the state government to ensure integrated health intervention for overall development of the state. The beneficiaries described the free healthcare service, which includes distribution of vitamin A supplement, anti-malaria drugs, immunization, nutrition screening, antenatal care and issuance of birth certificate as timely. In Maiduguri, Zainab Adam, NTA News.
Now time to return to Lydia in Abuja for more reports on nationwide. Compliments of the season to you, Lydia.
Same to you, Abubakar. Thank you very much. The Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Ado-Ekiti has dismissed the petition filed by the candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP Segun Oni against the election of Governor Biodun Oyebanji as winner of the June 16th governorship election in Ekiti State. The tribunal, chaired by Justice Wilfred Pochi, ruled that the petition lacked merit and the petitioner failed to prove his petition beyond reasonable doubt. Adogbeji Ajegba has details.
The Social Democratic Party candidate, Segun Oni, averred that the June 18, 2022 governorship election violated the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 and the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, with alleged cases of widespread vote buying and muzzling of opposition figures which affected the outcome of the election. Oni also described the primary that produced Oyebanji as candidate as being fraught with irregularities as the governor was not validly elected. On this basis, the petitioner wanted the victory upturned in his favor. The three-man tribunal headed by Justice Wilfred Pochi observed that the ground by the petitioner that the governor of Yobe State, Mai Mala Buni, who conducted the APC primary, was an illegal occupant of the seat, and that all actions taken whilst pretending over the party was illegal, null and void. The tribunal held that it is not within its jurisdiction to entertain a pre-election matter. On these grounds, the tribunal dismissed the petition for lacking in merit.
We've all learned, I think, it's a judgment that I think will be referred to constantly in the years to come.
That is how the lower courts have seen the case. And that I believe the Court of Appeal will see it differently.
Governor Biodun Oyebanji was declared the winner of the June 18 poll by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. From Ado-Ekiti, Adogbeji Ojegba, NTA News.
Vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Kashim Shettima, has assured that the Tinubu-led federal government will be mindful of citizens' demands and responsive to criticisms and advisories. This was during a visit to elder statesmen in Kano. Abdullahi Mustafa has the details.
Most political activities in the country were put on hold by the festive season. While majority of key players joined family and friends to celebrate the Yuletide, the APC vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima remained on the move. For 3 days, he has been in Kano visiting and greeting elders. Among those visited are elder statesmen Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, Malam Musa Godebi, Brigadier General Lawal Jafar Isa, and renowned business mogul Alhaji Aminu Dantata. The visit, he explained, is not only to greet them, but seek their blessings and wise counsels. Such, he believes, would be significant in the successful implementation of the APC presidential candidate's agenda for Nigeria. As done by other elders visited, Alhaji Aminu Dantata thanked Senator Kashim Shettima for the visit and enjoined Nigerians to remain united and work towards the development of the country. Before leaving Kano, the APC vice presidential candidate inspected the about-to-be inaugurated ultra-modern cancer treatment center established by the Ganduja's administration.
I believe Governor Ganduje has rendered the greatest service, not only to Kano, but to the entire Nigerian nation.
The facility, he believes, will help in reducing medical tourism and make cancer treatment affordable and accessible. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
The People's Democratic Party in Sokoto State has pledged to focus on human capital development through various empowerment policies, as well as provision of basic necessities of life for people of the state. This was as the party flags off governorship campaign at Dange Shuni local government area. Dalhatu Abdullahi reports.
The Director General Campaign Management Council, former Minister Yusuf Suleiman, said meeting the needs and aspirations of the electorate remains the yardstick of the PDP government. To this end, he noted the council had held town hall meetings with the party stalwarts from each local government and compiled basic needs with the aim of addressing them squarely if the party emerged victorious. Governor Aminu Adere Tambol told the gathering that his administration's developmental initiatives are quite visible and evenly spread across the state. He noted that his administration accords attention to all sectors of development, completed many projects inherited from the past administrations, and initiated numerous others, many of which have been completed, and several others are ongoing, with the commitment to finish the multi-billion naira legacy project before May 2023.
People of Sokoto State are living witnesses to the achievements of this administration. What really, when you elect Bala Obandoma as governor of Sokoto State, he will continue with these legacies of good governance.
The PDP flag bearer, Malam Saidu Umar, said continuity will be his watchword if given the mandate. Other speakers at the campaign rally called for support to PDP to succeed, pledging to work hard to guarantee the victory of the party at the polls. Highlight of the event was presentation of the PDP flag to its candidates. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Our crew on ground in Asaba, Delta State capital, have described the distribution of permanent voter cards to registered and eligible voters in various local government councils in Delta State as orderly, steady and progressive. Kelvin Ubeche tells us more.
Registrants turned up at the INEC Oshimile South office for the collection of their permanent voter cards. INEC officers were at different locations in the office, attending to registrants from different wards. The collection of the PVCs at the local government secretariat is billed to end on 5th of January 2023. Collection of the PVCs will then commence on the 6th of January to 15th at the 270 wards in Delta State, taking it closer to the people. Mop-up exercise of the PVC collection at the local government offices will resume on the 16th to 22nd of January 2023.
As they pick up their cars, disperse this information that we are giving out our PVCs to the owners of the PVCs, so that the stakeholders will know, the registrants will know, and come down to our office or the designated areas to come and pick up their PVCs. And when they come, let them be very orderly.
Some registrants express satisfaction on the collection, while others have reservations.
I have collected my voter's card with no stress at all.
It's my PVC, my power to vote, and I'm happy. Thanks to INEC, at least I've gotten my PVC and I'm happy.
I collect it, I'm happy. Because some people come here, they don't see their own, but I see my own, so I'm okay.
Well, I think it's orderly, though I have not collected my own yet. But the people that came before me have taken their own. So I think it's orderly, they are trying.
I have been here since morning, process, trying to get our PVCs. It does not be easy, but we are here, whichever way, whether stressful or not,
So I've been here since morning. Actually, there is shortage of manpower there. I mean, the staff working there. So imagine, see the queue. Many people have already left because of shortage of manpower. So there is stress, honestly.
Some could not find their PVCs, which was attributed to either double registration or otherwise. In Asaba, Calvin Weche, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has rejoiced with elder statesman Dr. Christopher Kolade on his 90th birthday. In a statement by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, the president described the renowned academic and diplomat as an epitome of dignity and honor. The president prays that Almighty God will continue to strengthen the elder statesman in good health and keep his family. Next, it's sports.
Marquee fixtures headline day one of the Nigeria Professional Football League after draws were